Welcome everyone to new minor sponsorship stream. This game is called GEDONIA, and let's play it for a couple of hours, see what I think and so on. This stream is sponsored by Catapult. As I said, it's a minor sponsorship, so nothing grandiose. We'll see what this game has to offer. It's supposed to be a classic open world RPG. Is it any good? We'll see soon. My thoughts are going to be at the end of the video. Hey Abaddon, everyone. My thoughts are going to be as usual at the end of the video. You're gonna have timestamp in the description to immediately lead you to the end of the stream and my first impression. I won't be covering this game or anything like that. I'm just playing it for a little bit to see what I think about it. Anyway, I haven't even encountered a fight yet, so I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to figure out things as I go by. Sure, consumables. Water restores 5 mana every 5 seconds. Removes when you attack or being attacked. Okay, we can put water here. Restores 3 health. Okay, so a bit of cheese, bit of water. Anyway. Let's see if there is some kind of stealth. Maybe I can sneak. Attack, secondary, switch weapon, right, left, forward, companion, sprint, dodge. No stealth. What intrigued me immediately about this game is progression system. Look at this. Alright, these are all crafting things, so it's... What year this come out? I think this is a new game, mate. I don't know. We'll see how the game is. So there is banditry. What is banditry? Passive. If you use attack and jump, you will teleport behind the back of the current target. Okay, that's interesting. After using shadow step, you can use backstab 1 time per 10 seconds, even if not in stealth. Oh wow, I did not know that. Okay, okay. Progression system seems quite nice. Though I haven't checked character stats. Strength, agility, intellect, charisma. Alright, so it's kind of basic and you have these resistances. It's like a Souls game, it seems to me. But let's go into first fight and see how it plays out. I'm guessing this is a fight that's about to happen. So it's a bard. He's gonna play something and we're gonna get increased speed. Alright, here are some bandits. I don't know how... I'm not sure how this game is played, so... Oh, nice. Okay. Shit, okay. Dodge is left shift. Alright, load game. My first fight, of course I'm gonna die. Atmosphere is not bad so far, but I've only played the game for 20 minutes. For a cartoonish style, which is surprising to me, considering that cartoonish style games don't usually have good atmosphere. Let me just see him binding, switching weapon. Middle mouse button. Okay. Gotta get used to the fucking fighting. Fucking hell, this is tough. Alright. Let's try to do it again. I don't have many moves at my disposal at the moment, so it's basically... Oh shit, there's a bear. Okay, level 3. Is there a first person view? Nope, but there is over the shoulder view. Alright, let's see what we have now. We have cooking plus 2% melee damage. Let's put cheese in here. Plus, this for cooking. Everything is for cooking though. I went with two-handed style because I feel like playing like that for some reason, even though I'm usually a thief person. Level up. Alright, how do I level up? B. Skill points 2. So I went with ferocity. What is combat mastery? Allows you to equip two one-handed swords, maces. There's a lot of options here, which makes me happy to see. But I need to focus on this for now. Power strike. Let's put it on 1. Or actually on Q. Alright. Now let's try this fight again. We're gonna save the game. I named him Randy because he reminds me a bit of Randy Marsh or from South Park, but I know he's not looking the same like Randy. Too bad there's no friendly fire, otherwise this encounter would be much easier. Okay, I don't like that blade tip doesn't really register as an attack when you... That should register, that's the whole point of swords. I mean, not the whole point. Oh, there's a knockdown? Nice. So there is some kind of a poise system as well, it seems. Alright, combat so far is not bad at all. We'll see how far it goes. Sunday Gold. I don't know what it is. Problem is I have a couple more sponsorships to do. Mineralis, I have to do that one again, which is fine because it seemed like an interesting JRPG. I have to do of Beasts and Clay, something like that. I'm not sure how the game is called. And then I have to do Batora, if I get the key for that. So I got plenty of stuff to do at the moment. So new games, I'm not really going too deep into all the new games because there's no time for it. Simple as that. This coalition with turn-based combat, that seems quite interesting. I don't know why, but gamepad doesn't really work well with this game. Maybe it's just my issue, maybe it's not a general issue. So, but I'm supposed to warn you of that, so that you know. Aha, there's the tree. Alright, we have a horse. So let's mount the horse. Can we fight off a horse's back? No, we can't. Controlling the horse is not the best, I have to admit. What are you gawking at? I think trees have the corner on grief, that it? I'm sorry, just that I've been watching my wee babes getting crunched for years. The pain, anger, grief, it's sticking me like sap. And I can feel it seeping into my little uns. What? So if you're looking for apples, why don't you run off and find some other tree that won't say nothing if you take its apples? Is there anything I can do to help? You're kinder than most, but nothing can get my children back. I suppose it just feels like, well, like revenge is all that's left. Okay. Apple of my pie. We are gonna take revenge on the tree. And everything that it's lost so far. Oh, Blasphemous seems like a great Metroidvania. Yeah, no worries, Rectum. We'll discover together if the game is worth anything. Wait. Alright, I'm not gonna focus too much on questing. We are gonna focus more on dungeoneering and fighting. That's what we are here for. You can discover questing for yourself when playing the game. Oh, for fuck's sake, Malwarebytes and its notifications. I don't know if there is any stamina system or something in this game. Sound effects are not bad. I'm losing reputation. Oh yeah, there are also factions in the game, which I can definitely respect them adding such thing. I'm gonna show you now all the factions that are available. So we have merchants. Are you sure to become you'll become an enemy to all opposing factions, but you will be able to join cold faction after finishing quest chain. Seers. Enemy. We are at enemy conditions with necromants and bandits. We are at neutral with Mage Academy, Warriors Guild, Barbarians, Seers, Holy Monastery. If you decide to join Seers, you will be able to join Barbarians after completing Seers quest chain. Hey Giblix. Favorite games used to be Super Metroid. Oh, I love Super Metroid. And Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I've played it a year ago. Phenomenal. I'm not a fan of side-scrolling graphics. That's the only issue I have with them. If you decide to join Bandits, you won't be able to join Warriors, Mages, Monastery, Merchants. But you will be able to join Necromants after completing Bandits chain. Okay. And you can get original crafted gear from specific factions, which is, I think, a really good thing. That adds uniqueness to your gameplay. Save the game. Did I loot them? I don't think that I have. I have. Oh, nice. Proper gear. What do we have? We have bandit chain hood. Okay, and then we have rough iron gloves. Can we compare equipment? Yeah, it is a little bit of World of Warcraft, isn't it? I just, now that you mentioned it. Hey Franken, well, I don't know if it's good or not. These are just minor sponsorships. We'll see. So far I don't see anything special, but it has a certain appeal. It's too early to tell though. Gloves, heavy, 3% armor. Alright, let's go with this then. Oops, wrong button. I don't think WoW would mind, to be honest. This is not a big game that is gonna be successor to WoW or anything like that. So I don't think they will make any sort of fuss about it. Let's level up as much as we can. Strength. I can't increase strength, agility, intellect, charisma. I don't know when we can do that. Let's just explore the world, have some fun, and that's it. I'm not bothered in continuing quests or anything like that. There's no charging attack, unfortunately. That would be nice. More attacks, the better. Yeah, well, I pretty much fucked up my chance of being friendly with bandits, but it's fine. They are bandits after all. Oh, what do we have there? Another quest giver. I hate these side movements that games can't do properly. It kills immersion so much. You need to hit these targets 10 times in 60 seconds. Let's see how you do that. Which targets, mate? Mate, I don't have a bow. I'd gladly shoot, but I don't have a bow, so... Alright, well... Can't do anything. Yeah, I can see the targets, they are not the issue, but I don't have a bow at the moment, which would be very helpful. Music is nice. And we have classic zombies. Oh. I like that there is a significant poise system. At least it seems to me that way. I don't like the fact that we constantly do same animations and there's no change if I charge or if I sidestep. These are important things that I don't think developers understand how important they are for the diversity of gameplay. Alright, we've equipped now a bronze amulet. Remember when Neverwinter Nights Online? I only played a little bit of Neverwinter Nights Online, so can't really comment on it. Severing Axe. Is that a two-hander? Yep, it is. Now let's compare to what we have. Knock power normal, two-hand sword, speed slow, 13 damage, 23 damage, speed slow. Okay, yeah. There's no point of even looking at anything anymore. We have our winner. So every weapon, melee weapon, seems that at least two-handed has simple 3-hit combo that after you're done you can't swing anymore. Oh, I like the sound effect of a critical hit. Really satisfying. Too bad it doesn't showcase as satisfying though. Let's just continue towards the main objective and see where the game leads us. Maybe we pick up some bow. Maybe crossbow. I don't know what we have in the game. What happened to the horse? Horse is here, mate. I can summon him anytime. I'm not gonna bother with crafting as well. I'm just gonna try to play the game as normally as possible without the added time investment required for blacksmithing and all the other shit. I just focus on basic things. Oh, there's a speech ability too. That's interesting. Sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I had something to use archery with. Each point spent allows to learn blood magic. Blood magic focuses on using your health to deal damage and steal health back. Yeah, let's go with that. Drain 5% of health. Applies blood element that will increase chance of bloody attacks by 5% and apply different attacks to other abilities. Elemental attack. Swings a sight that damages enemies nearby and has a chance to trigger bloody attacks. Focus the element. Applies blood plague on the target that will damage it over time and have a chance to spread on enemies nearby. Skeletons. Bloody skeletons that restore player's health. Weapon shield and chance. Healing and chance. Okay. Like I know what the hell that means. Let's use this active ability for now. Chop the trees and bring wood to the collection point.
What?
Nah, he doesn't care. So there's the collection point. The ability is not ready yet. So how do I chop down trees? So I can only chop down specific trees. Alright, maybe that makes sense. There's plenty of, so no worries. Rewards, lumberjack axe, 100 experience. Let's do that quickly. I could use additional experience. There's not enough trees though. I guess we have succeeded. Either way, let's move forward. Oh, what's that? Healing spell. Each time the lightning hits, the spell heals the wound. They're enchanted chains, so we can't break them. Only a powerful mage can do this. How can I help you? Kill me. Well, I think I can kill you. Slit his throat. Yeah, well. You slit the bandit's throat, but powerful healing spell instantly heals him. Well, that did nothing. Well, can't do anything. Do we have some? Oh, yeah, there's the map. Oh, excellent. Talk with the wizard in the tower. Quest available there. Oh, I like this more now because there's a map. Ah, there's the tower. It's right in front of me. Let's save the game because I don't know what's gonna happen here. You found the Elden Ring. Yeah. This is Elden Ring, the second. Hidden game from Software. The man chained on the mountain with the lightning hitting him. Did you do this to him? Oh, that one. That is the least that animal deserves. What did he tell you? It doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that kind of treatment. You're an evil psycho prepared to die. He told me he tried to steal something to eat. It doesn't mean you can torture him. He's an excellent liar then. He and his body sneaked into the house, trashed all my equipment and tore my research scrolls, trying to find something valuable to sell. I was away in the academy at that time and my loyal servant Joshua tried to stop them. They cut off his head, left it here and dumped the body in the forest. I was looking for it the whole night. Holy shit. That's dark. By the gods, this is horrible. What can I do for you? Still wrong. I think he learned his lesson. By the gods, it's horrible. What can I do for you? Look, it turned out that he stole a valuable scroll about arcane energies from me. I tried to force him to tell me where it is, but I couldn't. Maybe you could try. Okay, see, now that's an interesting story. That's an interesting quest. We have chained person that is being tortured each minute. Quite an interesting way to be tortured, by the way. And now we have a wizard that we assumed is an evil guy, but we don't know. Oh, shit. We have rage, we have blood element. That blood element is... I have to read that again. What it does, I'm not certain. Blood element... B... okay. Chance of bloody attacks by 5%. Healing and chance. But yeah, I'm not sure, it doesn't explain to me that well what it actually does. The light-hearted look of the game made me expect a whimsical adventure, not beheadings. Yeah, that's the interesting part about it, I guess. Hey, Reverend. Secret Dream Edition of Elden. He was beheaded by Whimsy. I know what you did actually. The wizard will release you if you tell me where is the scroll you stole from him. The choice is yours. It's buried in the mud under the tree in the forest in front of the wizard's tower. Please, I can't take this pain anymore. Fuck, man, that's, I mean, that's dark. That's dark way to torture someone. I love it though. I love that style of writing. Let's go all in. Shit, now that makes me more interested in the game itself. Because if this is what you see in the beginning, which is what, first half an hour, what will we see later? So in the mud. He said somewhere in the mud. If I'm not mistaken. Still trying to get acquainted with the controls, so bear with me. Start with beheadings, end with being flayed alive. I don't think we can discount anything from this game, right? But I don't see any mud. Needs to be some kind of a mud patch, right? If I'm not mistaken. South of the tower, he said. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I'm guessing he said somewhere in the mud, right? That we can find arcane scroll. Ah, there it is. We found it. Okay, well, enemies fight each other. I love when they do that. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Nah, they won't. Level 5. But it haven't specified bloody attacks. Increased chance of bloody attacks. But bloody attacks do what? I guess they drain... Aha, they drain health. I guess. I don't know what else it could be. Let's put something into archery as well. Just in case. These are benefits. 6% melee damage, 1 bow accuracy. I don't know how accuracy effect actually translates into the game. I'm not certain about that. Once scroll about arcane energy is added. Okay. So get the magic scroll to stolen from the wizard. We've done that. Here's the bard. Oh shit! Bye bye, prisoner. Well, he did release him from his tortured state. So, I mean, he did his thing. Fucking hell, that was dark. I love it. Lumberjack axe. I don't really know what to do with it, so let's just sell it. Well, quest done. It would be interesting to see if the quest could have been concluded in a different way, to so that the tortured person gets away somehow. And oh yeah, we could have done it by killing the wizard, right? It's that simple. Alright, where's the main quest? There is the main quest. Let's just follow the main quest for now. Oh, is that a dragon? Holy shit. Now that's interesting. I love this, that there are so many stories on the way. Oh, they are fighting each other. Nice. So there is enemy versus enemy. Is this Diablo 4 beta? Yeah. This is like Sesame Street having a serial killer that turns out to be Elmo for feeling slighted. Hung Bing Bird by his intestines from the light post fed Cookie Monster arsenic cookies. Yeah, that would be sick. I love that though. Behold, I, Joron, the greatest hero who ever lived in Gedonia. I've slain the mighty dragon with my sword, didn't even get a scratch. Did you kill it by yourself? Uh-huh. Don't you see it, you stupid peasant? Now run to the monastery and announce the coming of the hero so that I may be rewarded when I cut off the beast's head and go there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight the dragon in this game. Dead dragon by a blunt weapon. Mm-hmm. Ah, fucking... I don't know how to switch targets. Fuck. Oh! That's the blood attack. Damage over time. Too bad I don't have any healing. Oh, there we go. We got some cheese. Nice. Cheese over here. Hey, Will. Yeah, minor sponsorships, mate. Nothing significant. Just something to earn a little bit considering the low amount of views on everything on the channel. So it's just to boost my income a little bit, as it is very much needed. Oh, what is this? Oh, come on, horse. Yep, I also agree with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, what is this? Another question mark. It's a body of a paladin from Holy Monastery. It looks like he was badly injured and he was trying to get home. Maybe from the fight with the dragon. Loot the bastard. Why don't you loot him? I mean, look at that. You got full plate armor. Deal with Yoron, okay? Let's deal with the imposter that said... that killed the dragon. Conveniently... convenient kill, let's call it like that. Give me your sword and all your money, and maybe I will keep my mouth shut. Do a good deed instead. Tell everyone in your town about the paladin here and what he did. Fuck that. Give me your sword and all your money. One crude great sword added. Yeah, we didn't get much. But we now have to get to the monastery. Oh, there's a waypoint travel system. That's good. Aha, monastery is right there. We can't miss it. That's good. Come on. I don't want to fight wolves every step of the way. What the fuck was that? Just... controls are not the greatest on keyboard and mouse. But it's just a matter of getting used to. Every game has different system in place. Fuck that, loot the bastards. Don't give me that shit. That's what I want. Why do I have wine icon? Small healing potion. That's the first one I've seen. So block is temporary, it seems to me. When I press block or when I hold it, he does the same thing, same animation. I'm not too happy about that. Looks very clunky. Monastery over there. I like that there is almost no hand holding. You go around, you deal with events and quests as you see fit. And I think that's fine. Kinda like from software games.
Good day to you. Anything I can do for you?
You see the holes in the ground, the purple bugs live in those. They travel underground through long tunnels, and this is one of the places where they sometimes crawl out. Another place is near my house where they already ate all my potatoes and cabbage, so I decided to make a smelly mixture that can lure them out. Same like... what's the word? Jesus Christ, those underground blind creatures. Fucking hell, the word is escaping me. Mole, yeah, thank you. That's what I have problem with. Problem is that I'm afraid that if there's a lot of them here, maybe I can help. Sure, just throw the stuff on the ground near the holes and the bugs will crawl on the surface, but you need to hurry because after I open this bag, the substance will be effective for 60 seconds. Alright, drop it then. Okay, is that 16? Yep. Alright. We got the reward. So a bit of MMO-ish type quests. You see those holes in the ground? Well, not the wizard one. The wizard one was kinda interesting. Purple bugs live in those. They travel on the ground through long tunnels. Well, actually, the dragon one was also interesting a little bit. Yeah, bye. Already did that. So it's some sort of a repeatable quest, it seems. Never been a fan of those. I know they are required for MMORPGs, but the single player one, they shouldn't be. It's so annoying when you can't pick up a weapon when it's just lying there or get in an enemy vehicle because you're not that nationality. Hell let loose comes to mind. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's that freedom that you have that should be present, that should be an option in games like these. New companion joined your group, Brother Jordan. Is it Michael Jordan? Because that would be cool. In that case, I'm sorted. If we play basketball.
Come stay and listen.
One of your paladins defeated him and died like a hero. His body is lying in the forest north of here. What a shocking news. May the light bless him and his soul. We will send people to get his body and give him proper burial. Thank you for your service. We don't have much, but we can give you some food as a gratitude. Yeah, sure. In this game, food seems to be of utmost importance, and it's not that easy to get. So yeah, I'm all for that.
May the light ever guide you on your path.
Good to see you.
Aha, so we are now friendly with the bastards, it seems.
Bless you, friend.
Let me see. Factions. Yeah, friendly with the Holy Monastery. And we are friendly with the Warriors Guild and Barbarians. But we are at enemy. We are hostile with bandits and necromants. But that seems to be normal in the game to start off that way. Maybe we can change that later on. We'll see. Oof, too much of a light. Let's continue exploring. One thing I've noticed is that there are constantly events popping up, no matter where you are. I mean, I don't know if it's no matter where you are, but the game seems to have decent amount of populated stuff in it, be it barbarians, bandits, whatever. Events, quests.
Good day. Good day.
Oh, that's a cool looking armor. Can't talk to him. Let's take some cheese. Oh, we got our first cloak. Yes, you can join factions, but if you join one faction, then you can't join. For example, if I join bandits, then I can only join necromants next to bandits, because everyone else would hate me. Oh, execution. Passive ability. That seems interesting. Very useful. What the fuck are you on about? Ah, that's Brother Joe. Oh, shit, I forgot that this guy was with me. Ah, I have one more skill point. Let's spend it on this. There we go. And this is our goal. Yes, I agree there, mate. There should always be repercussions for joining a faction. As you've said, due to different ideologies. I completely agree with that. Alright, brother Jordan, let's see what you can do. Or maybe you don't need to do anything. Oh, you can execute enemies. Nice, I love when that's in the game. I love that. That adds so much. One of the things that what pissed me off about many games lately that I've been playing is the lack of execution. For example, Valkyrie Elysium, one of rare things that it does well is that it has executions. And it really seems seamless at times, which is quite cool to see. It's just a simple stab. It doesn't have to be some kind of a fancy animation. Or especially shouldn't be a long animation. Just a normal sword swing or dagger swing or whatever. Just so that you can see that there's been a different blow done. With different impact, different strength of impact. Like for example, simple slice through with a sword or stab. So that you can see it going through the other way, meaning through the body. And then it's done. That's all you need. Those short finishing animations. Yeah, Witcher 3 did well. And that's quite important for games like this, especially for smaller games that are struggling to create more better world. In this is kind of Souls-like game, and when you have limited options in combat, you gotta offset it somehow. Be it animations, be it better mechanics, something. Because I understand this is an indie game, it's a limited production, so I can't expect Elden Ring combat, right? But then you offset that with other things.
Come in.
Yes, I liked different animations in the more recent Doom games, but I haven't played Doom Eternal yet. I did play the first remake and the original.
Sir? Yes, it's me, the only one in the whole kingdom. What brings you here?
Well, I have a strange tale to tell.
Yeah, voice acting is not good, but
But
it's tolerable.
Strange figures fighting, runes written in a weird language, lightning up in the dark, and an ominous voice telling me something about the cycle and the end of the world.
Hey, Sanesh.
Peculiar.
Yeah. We are all interested in hearing your dreams and fantasies, right? Get out of
Another woman that needs to be a bitch in games. I don't get it.
Come on. We
Again.
don't treat visitors this way.
Are you going to believe every nut that comes here with a crazy story, Ernest? I'm sick of this.
Calm down, please.
And I'm sick of bitchy women in games.
Can you write down some of those runes you saw here on this paper?
I can try. Here.
These are the runes of the Volflar. From the final
Wolflar, that sounds like a
Diana,
candy.
You see this?
Oh, gods. I'll be outside.
You know what? Go drown yourself in nearby creek.
It's
Do
my
everyone a
sister,
favor.
Diana. Don't
Fuck
mind
me.
her. She is a nice girl. She just doesn't really trust strangers. Now, tell
Sounds
me
like they're from
everything.
California. I talked about it yesterday, I
this
think.
rune in the context of this overall sentence means
About this new
fire,
wave
not
of
warmth.
women being bitches
World is
everywhere.
set on fire.
Acting
something
like
like
bitches. Why?
Doesn't.
That's not likable. Do they expect us to like them? To like those types of characters? No.
It seems to
No
be
one
a
likes
premonition for a huge
women acting like that.
cataclysmic event that is going to happen.
When?
I don't know. These numbers get confusing. The Voflar date system isn't well researched, and I still can't translate some of these runes yet.
So, what should I do with this one?
Let me think. The Explorers League might be able to help us out.
I lived in California all my life and nobody from California actually sounds like that. To be honest, I don't even know where the stereotype comes
Go
from.
there and ask them.
Might be true about Miami though. I don't know, Jeremy. I've never went to America, so I have no
Are
clue.
you guys done? Dinner is almost ready.
Oh, and Wyana will be accompanying you.
Oh, great.
She knows the Explorers, so she can show you around.
What? You can't be serious. You want me to go to the Explorers League with this weirdo?
Precisely. The camp near the desert. You will be going and helping with researchers there. They know you. Otherwise, no one will help out there. And the road might be dangerous.
I can take care of myself.
See?
Yeah.
Wyana,
Have you noticed
I will
this
not argue
lately
this.
that in every media format women are supposed to be all competent like hell, they can do everything. They are
Those are none of your
they are all
concern.
uber,
Let's
for
go.
lack of better word. While men are all kinda, you know, yeah, make jokes about me. I will not do a goddamn thing. Fucking hell, smash that axe off top of her head. She'll shut up for a second at least. Not be a cunt. Would be a nice change, right? Fucking annoying as hell. Requires level 8. Okay. So we gotta kill some stuff. Just powder my nose. I mean blow my nose. That's every film and TV show nowadays, yeah. Let's see. Mount to dismount, alright. Let's head over there. I don't know what that is, but it seems like something we can kill. And when we have something we can kill, what do, chat? We kill them, right? In this case, I think it's just the typical making me babysit this noob. Yeah, but she had that bitchiness as soon as we entered the house. I mean, those aren't likable people, that's my point. I don't know what they are basing that off. I mean, I know, because writers are too young, so then they write things in that way because they think that's how it's supposed. No, you're making women act like that. You're breeding new generation of completely incompetent women that just think that strength is looking good and I don't know what. Yeah, it gives you advantages, but anyone can look good for the most part. You just dress in a certain way or train a little bit. You'll look much better than you generally look. I hate that this new era of worshipping things that shouldn't be worshipped. Everyone is brave, everyone is... Fuck off. Giving respect to people based on nothing pisses me off. Oh well, anyway, we are at a bridge and we have to pay the price to get across the bridge, I'm guessing, since there's a troll here. And where have we seen that? In the original sin and in many other games. This game is recent. Media does tend to think they have to make women masculine or powerful to be competent. See the problem? They are destroying their own narrative that way. Get 3 raw boar ribs and 3 water to Buddha. Where the hell am I gonna get boars? Obelix, where are you? Where are boars in this game? Oh, there they are. Why the fuck do I need to cross the... Buddha? Is he taking a piss? Okay, that's good. I like that actually. That's quite cool, I have to admit. They're trolling us a little bit. Whoa! Holy balls. I just got destroyed. I think I'm under-leveled for that part. I think the point of that bridge is to troll the player. And I love that. I love trolling quests. Trollia, yeah, exactly. Pun. A pun on the word play, right? I like that. But we can get additional experience by completing the quest, so why the hell not, right? See, if you were a woman, you wouldn't have died. So I gotta level up. Simple as that. We gotta get to level 8 in order to start the quest. Yeah, I do have some healing potions, but only one, I believe. That I'm going to use sporadically. How much water do I have? Milk? Mushrooms? Tell me there's a sort button. Okay, there is. Sort by type. Yeah, there we have 4 ounces of water or 4 pints of water. I don't know how they call it in this game. That's the monastery. Let's explore a little bit around monastery, see what we have there. Maybe we can find some hidden quests, considering we found couple. Oh, look at that. There is something. Royal River. Necromancer versus monastery. Kill paladins or skeletons to change the tide of battle. Oh, cool. Now that's nice. When you have a choice who to align yourself with. Ah, so there are 2 towers, and we can... Well, I'm currently friendly with the monastery, so... might as well focus on killing skeleton. But I don't know how to switch targets. Oh, skeletons look good. Wow. Uh-oh. This is one example that I'm gonna show you now. That's it for the healing potion. I don't think there's any difficulty options in the game, as far as I know. You see the way the way you dodge. Now that's kind of dodge that I really like in these types of games. It's much more significant than your roll dodge. Yeah, I know. I like when you have two options, meaning roll dodge and one shorter animated one. But that shorter animated one can create a different dynamic in battle, and I think that's quite important to have that option in such games. Oh, what the fuck is that thing? Nice. No reward, nothing. Okay. Was kinda expecting I could loot the boss, you know. Yep, I know about that Bluga Luga, but I'm saying that that's important to have. Look at that slide. That's a god right there. Dressed in rags. Look at how he's moving. They have different uses, but I think every game, every action RPG game should have dodge like this. And it should add different animation when you succeed at that dodge. Different attack animation, something like a different slice maybe. If you get what I mean. What the hell is that thing over there? You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to monastery. Oh, this is completely new area that I'm in. I'm gonna have to head back to monastery simply because I'm gonna have to buy some more stuff. I don't have any healing items at the moment. While blood definitely helps in heals, it's not something I know how to play with at the moment. I mean, it's simple, it should be a passive thing, but I don't know, kind of explanation is not too clear on it. How do you want to enable the roll dodge? Different button. Needs to be a different button, otherwise it's not gonna be usable. At least not in a way that we would like it. It would, because sometimes you just tap dodge once, but for that once, because you're in the middle of an animation that can't be cancelled, so you might hit dodge twice just to get that animation, to start the animation of dodge as sooner as possible. In that case, it can trigger a longer dodge, which wouldn't be ideal, right? Then two would conflict a lot, and I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe hold. If you hold the dodge button, maybe that way. But I'm not certain, I would have to test that. Depends on the game, I guess, as well. Is there a giant city in the game? I don't know. I was in a village.
Blessings be upon you.
That's where we started, but I don't know about giant cities. I don't think they are relevant, to be honest. But I would definitely love to find anyone that can sell me stuff. I focus on combat design and I'm interested in testing this idea out. Oh, nice.
Greetings, traveler.
Nice. I like that. Maybe we can have some discussions, some interesting discussions on how to make games better. Because I got plenty ideas, but in some stuff. How I would like to improve upon some games. Considering I've been playing games for what, 30 years now, so, and vastly different types of games as well. I'm not saying that my advice is golden, it's not. It's just that I can give maybe an idea or two to people who know what to do with it. Sell price. Okay, yeah, I can't waste money on that. I need
Good
food.
day.
That's why I try to tune into streams like this. I like to see how players react to games like this that have heavier emphasis on melee combat. Oh, melee combat is everything to me, mate. Alright, I'll now try to get deeper into what I think that combat needs in this game. What it needs to have improved. Let me just try to find a decent challenge. Do they have good Mexican food where you live? Yeah. In Croatia we have pretty much every type of food. Maybe not every, but a lot of it. Alright, first, what I would like to see is this. When I do the dodge animation, I would definitely love to see different attack. Depends on what side I have dodged to. That's something that would be short but efficient. So when it comes to melee combat, people should really research HEMA and how combat is done, and then add a little bit more of fleshiness, but that's basically it. In this game I don't see any mechanics, any real mechanics that are forcing me down one path or giving me an inkling of what would work, what doesn't work, and so on. For example, I just fought a knight. I mean, I just button mashed, for lack of better connection. Better explanation, for lack of better explanation, I mean. The problem with creating melee combat is that you really have to have every movement down to brass tacks. It needs to be extremely well animated. Well, it doesn't have to be extremely well animated, but it needs to have certain weight to moves. This game has that to a certain extent, and I like it, but it's very simplistic in a way. What I want from games in melee combat is dance of combat, meaning clash of weapons, although I know that's difficult to do. You don't have to have clash of weapons or things like that, but what I want to see are different mechanics, like, for example, like in Souls games, you have parry, you have dodge, you have defense, you have block, and that weight. And then maybe add some triggered cutscenes, very short execution cutscenes, and basically have yourself a decent combat. But it also depends on AI a lot, how they would implement their own advantages. But that's one of the things that enemies need to challenge you. But how to do challenge in a fair way? As I said, I don't envy people who have to do melee combat. Melee combat is extremely difficult to do. More tools with different risks and rewards based on the enemies you're fighting. That as well. But when you have option to do different types of animations, you know what? For Honor did amazing one-on-one fighting. If you've played that game, then I think you know what I mean. Those minor movements that can lead to evading the... There you go. Those minor movements that lead you to evade shot, hit attempt completely, just because you did that minor movement correctly. Then you use your hilt of the weapon. Then you use hilt to create distance or to stun an enemy to be able to do the big swing. Things like that, but I know that's very difficult. That's extremely difficult. But I think games should borrow some stuff from For Honor in that regard. There's another version of combat that I like in action games. That's for pure action games, not for action RPGs. That's Arkham series fighting style or old Assassin's Creed style. That's amazing style. I love that style. It adds so much diversity to the movements because of all the animations. It's such a simple style, but yet it plays so well. Why? Because there are so many animations. You never know what you're gonna do, which move are you gonna connect, which animation is gonna play out. Fucking amazing. That adds so much depth to otherwise shallow combat. What the fuck am I doing here? Okay, I gotta see that again. I was basically in mid-air attacking. I don't know how. Usually it did snow. Yeah, it snows a couple of times a year in Croatia, but we don't have big snow anymore like we had before, unfortunately. Yep, iz Zagreba. Mislim, kraj Zagreba. Seljačija. Ali živio sam u Zagrebu na Knežiji. Goddamn AIDS. Killing me. The Arkham games added a lot of spectacle to help the combat feel more enjoyable. It's like to get to watch Batman work while also controlling him instead of focusing on chipping down hell bars. Exactly, mate. I see you understand. God damn, you and I could have a great chat about combat. That's the thing. You don't have to have insanely deep system. You either go for insanely deep system, like for example, From Software. It's not insanely deep, but it is for action RPGs. It is deeper system, that's why we love it. Ah, kod Ikea. Sused. You don't have to have that. You have that. That's one side of the scale that does it right. That's why it's so much fun. I still want to do a stream, a full playthrough of Elden Ring as a basic soldier. That's it. That's what I love the most about From Software games. Playing as a basic soldier, basic melee weapons, medieval style, go all out. I don't like magic particularly. I think it doesn't add much, honestly. Hvala prijatelju. But that's just subjective. I was never a person that liked mages and mage. I liked Templars, things like that. When you mix in melee combat, like battle mages, for example, I liked that stuff. But I never really preferred pure magic, so I never really enjoyed that in From Software games. But I did enjoy a lot of their melee combat, even though it's flawed. But every combat is flawed a little bit, right? You can't escape that. But you don't have to go in such extravagant system to have a good system. That's the thing. You just have to have something good, something that's gonna attract people, and that can be done with animations. Animations are so important to overall feel of combat. Not much can substitute that. If it's not done well, the impact, the gore. For example, this game lacks gore. It has a little bit of blood effect, blood spatter effect, but that's not enough. In melee combat, it's such an important thing to have blood, gore, and things like that. Because it adds that immersion effect. Immersion is quite important in every game that you play, especially in role-playing games. Role-playing games are all about immersion. I mean, you have a bloody character that you level up from start to finish, right? That tells you everything. You are creating a character from scratch. So of course that you want combat to be immersive, so that everything that you do can be translated well into combat, and that combat can stand on its own even without stats and builds and whatnot. So that there's deep enough mechanics in it. But it's not easy. I know it's not easy to create, but shit. It's difficult when you've played so many games. And then you judge other games that are not even close to some of the best ones. Sekiro, for example. Sekiro and Neo. I don't think you can name any action RPG with better melee combat than those two games. Too bad Neo went in Diablo sphere more than he did in Soul sphere, which is something I'm always against. Because I think they can do much better, but I don't want to get back into that that topic again. Talked about it far too much. Oh, look at... is there a full map? World map. Let me see. How do I see the world map again? Where are we? Oh, that's a big fucking map. So it's kinda MMO progression. But I don't know. No, I don't want that. Remove that. I'm in Green Vales. Okay. Timed challenge. Forest Guardian. World event. Yeah, this seems like more like an MMO. Even though I liked those two quests with the dragon and the wizard. Does Jordan do more damage than RPG? This is a PC, mate. I don't know what Jordan does. Magic allows you to skip a lot of mechanics and learning. It's fun, but focusing on melee to experience a lot more of the game. Yup, I completely agree. But then again, you can't really nerf magic that much because then you are taking away one playstyle that wouldn't be then effective as a melee playstyle. And I don't envy developers. I really don't. But we gotta start asking for more because now you have the technology, you have the tools. Just don't invest in marketing that much. Invest in gameplay a little bit more and you'll be fine. There's plenty of us that will cover games that will give them a proper chance and that can explode any day of the week just because someone gave them a chance. That's the beauty about having, I hate the word, but influencers, or I call us YouTubers, content creators, that can start the ball rolling for you. You don't have to have so much investment into marketing. No, invest into gameplay. If the game is good, we are gonna notice that it's good because of all the mediocrity that we play. I don't know, last time I played a good game, Asterigos was really above average. But Diofield Chronicles, average. Valkyrie Elysium, crap. Asterigos, slightly above average. Even though it is a good game for an indie studio, but compared to other Souls likes, it's above average. It's a decent game. More than a good one. Then I've played a couple of minor games on streams, and the only game that really stood out is that text RPG called The Dark Egg, which is free on Steam. Anyone can play it any given day. That's the only game, and it's a text-based RPG, not something that I even play, but you can immediately recognize quality. Quality today is so easy to recognize because of all the other shit that there is. Not shit. Shit is too strong of a word. Maybe all the other mediocrity, you know. I like that they are looking into improving the combat a bit. They are looking into that. Awesome, because the game has solid mechanics combat-wise. It just needs to add a little bit more weight. And some animations that can't be cancelled instantly. Because any animation in that game can be cancelled instantly for the most part, except special abilities. Which is fine. Someone posted in the comment section on Asterigos that they don't like the fact that when you use special abilities, you are not invulnerable. I like that actually, because you have to really time your special abilities. That's also one part of the game during combat that you really need to pay attention to. I'm not a fan of invulnerability frames in games. Yes, those necessary ones when you dodge or when you block. Yes, though of course those are no-brainer. They need to be there, but not invulnerability frames when you do a special move. I mean, I'm gonna do the whirlwind and no one can touch me. Sorry, but that's not invulnerable. You're being an offensive menace, but defensively you are out in the open. They can exploit that if they can get to you. But it also requires an advanced AI to be able to exploit these things. I think AI is one of the core things that is required to making the game good. You need to add a couple mechanics, combat-wise, and add an AI that is competent. For example, Lost Eidolons has really competent AI. Oh, nice. FPS is a bit of a problem. In what game, mate? I lost the train of conversation. They put out an announcement Thursday, I believe, talking about upcoming update. They're working on making it a more responsive and authentic combat system. But their combat is very responsive. One of the more responsive combat systems that I played. Aha, Asterigos, alright. I mean, combat is instant. I was actually quite surprised at how responsive it was. I still don't understand how blood works. I like the sound effect of slash attack. But I like the fact that they are gonna work on their game, because Asterigos deserves it. It's one of better Souls experiences outside of From Software. I can definitely say that confidently enough. The only game that I can, the only two games outside of, come on, at least do animations properly when you do them. Like that. The only two games I can say in 3D world that are wholesome as an experience, as a Souls experience, meaning they do most of the things right, are Asterigos and Surge. Those would be the only games that I can name as a wholesome experience. Mortal Shell, I'm not saying best, I'm just saying as a wholesome Souls experience. You have Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell lacks completely lore and story. I mean, it's thrown out of the window. It isn't very atmospheric as well. So that part, that's why it's not a wholesome experience. Thymesia, phenomenal combat. Everything else, shit. Literally shit. Then Neo starts off as Souls and quite soon it becomes Diablo-esque hack and slash grindy type game that goes away from its phenomenal combat system. What else is there? That's fine, mate. You don't have to enjoy Surge or any other games that I reviewed. That's not. I'm not reviewing games as saying that people will like or dislike games. I'm just saying what games are that I'm talking about or that I'm reviewing. It's up to you. You can like some bad games. You can like some good games. I can dislike some good games. That's fine. That comes down to subjectiveness. For example, I'm not a fan of Metroidvania. I'm not a fan of side-scrolling games because that camera, I hate that camera. I simply hate it. And I don't like pixelated graphics. But I can still judge objectively, but that's because I'm reviewing games, so I have to have that mindset to move myself away from that subjectiveness and give the objective version of games mechanics and what works, what doesn't work. And then it's up to viewer to judge to make the judgment call to see if they would like a game or not based off of objective mechanic dissection. But that's fine. It's not that there's something wrong with 2D or pixel art. No, it's not. I love isometric 2D. To me are the best games ever. But I just can't get behind side-scrolling 2D. Rarely I can do that. For example, Shadow of the Beast remake was really... I really enjoyed that game, even though it was a decent game, more or less, that's about it. But I really enjoyed it. By the way, I have a staff now, so... Yeah, I can't do anything. I guess it's only for casting magic. I'm not a wizard type player. I'm not a wizardly created character in the game, because you need to create character in the beginning. And I went with strength and agility mostly. So a melee fighter, right? Typical thing that I do. See, why is this execution now possible even? And it's also very badly done one. Execution in this case wasn't necessary. I already killed the enemy, so there's no point in that. Meat, wait. Can I eat meat? Oh yeah, I can eat meat, of course. You are a wizard, Harry. Yeah. Wait, are there fixed classes in game? No. No, character progression works like this. It's quite good actually. You can join factions for specialized gear. And this is the important thing. I'm playing with ferocity style, which is two-handed style. And you can unlock different abilities that are connected to specific styles. Now we have this, we have combat mastery, which is more of one-handed or dual wield. Then we have blood magic, which I also have dabbled into. Oh, for 40 seconds transform you into the blood demon. Now that's cool. That's cool. In games like these you have to have these things that create something quite unique, because that leads to more immersion. That leads to cool factor. Cool factor is an underrated thing in games. You know what game was really cool? Lords of the Fallen. That game had one of the coolest factors that I've ever seen in gaming history, due to how cool enemy design was, how cool armor sets were, how cool weapons looked. Everything looked so fucking cool in that game. Combat was very flawed with too many tracking attacks, but coolness factor in that game was through the roof. Hey, Deja Vu. I personally feel less immersed and less engaged with 2D games. Pixel art is rarely done in a way that is appealing while I'm playing. In creations, they might look cool though. I agree, mate. I completely agree with what you've said. I'm of the same thought. And this is sword and shield style, obviously. Archery, banditry. So you have shadow step passive. If you use attack and jump, you will teleport behind the back of the current target, which is quite cool. I love this. I love that these things are added to the game, because this is gonna add a lot more to the combat itself. Now, how encompassing and how it's gonna work when it meshes together, I don't know. That's for people who have went further in this game to give us their opinion on. I still don't understand what this means. Elemental beam, summon skeleton mage. How do I do that? It's confusing a little bit. I'm not certain how that works. How magic works in the game. Hey Deacon, so you played this game a lot. I mean, it's... I can see the appeal in the game, to be honest. How does the game play, Deacon, later on when you unlock more skills? Like Shadow Step, like... things like that. How different combat is? Does it add a lot more layers to it, or... I just wish it wasn't so clunky because combat has potential. But all these animations that go through the enemy and clipping and it just takes away so much from these types of games. I understand it's difficult to do, especially for an indie studio. But then you do tricks. You add motion blur, you add some camera cutscenes that would hide the deficits. There are plenty good methods to hide that stuff. It can end up really formulaic. Can you expand a little bit formulaic word? I'm familiar with the word, but due to my language barrier, I'm not too understanding of it. Of the word formulaic. It's a one-man project. Okay, if this is a one-man project, then this is impressive. I did not know that. That's a different story then. For a one-man project. Oh, I was going for the execution. Yeah, I mean, that needs to be fixed. But goddamn, it's impressive for a one-man project. Formulaic in that there's pretty much a set way of using your skills in an optimal manner and you end up doing the exact same things over and over and there's not much enemy diversity. I get it, mate. Thank you. Yes, the thing I appreciate the most in the game so far are the actual quests. Those couple quests that I've encountered were phenomenal. They were short, but goddamn, they were interesting, weren't they? I mean, that tortured person out there on the hill and the wizard that put him there. I love that. Those are minor stories. It doesn't have to have some kind of a deep story. It doesn't have to be Silmarillion, for fuck's sake. Not every quest needs to go 16 hours. No, it doesn't have to. It can be small but meaningful, like in that case. There seems to be a meaningful crafting system as well, like in MMOs. The game is inspired a little bit from MMOs, you can see that. Which is not a bad thing if you know how to use best of MMOs and remove worst of it for single player stuff. Oh, the dying tree, I also found that, but I don't know what to do with it. This game is like RuneScape meets WoW meets Skyrim, but the budget was my school pocket exchange. God damn, that's a good description. My character has 0 intelligence, so I'll have to try crafting out on my next character. Oh, crafting is connected to intelligence. That makes sense. So crafting is worthless in the endless campaign. Cinematic trailers mean nothing to me, honestly. As soon as I see cinematic trailer, I don't even watch it, because I'm not gonna see anything relevant for the game itself. They are just, I don't know, they're not even engine showcases, they're just nothing. They're announcement trailers that the game is being made, that's it. So I don't take anything from those trailers, because I don't even watch them, since they offer nothing in terms of gameplay. But I'm definitely down for Lords of the Fallen reboot. Ubisoft has best cinematic trailers. That's not really a title anyone wants. I thought Blizzard has best cinematic trailers. But I mean, having best trailers, it really means nothing. Oh, we got a bow. So I can't have two weapons at once. How does that? How does this work? Okay. And I can't equip two weapons at once for some reason. Ah, so that's why accuracy stat is important. I get it. Sound effects are really good. I love that slashing sound effect. I can't get enough of it. For example, double jump is locked to almost max dexterity, magic is locked behind at least 2 intelligence or something, light, medium, heavy armor are locked behind certain strength. That's cool, I like that. I like that the game locks stuff behind attributes. Did you play God of War 2.18? If so, how did you feel about its combat? I loved it. That's how you do combat in a way. I love combat because it was meaningful, it was impactful, it had a lot of details to it. Yeah, it wasn't the best methodically crafted combat, but as far as I recall, that was really solidly done combat, very satisfying as well. Yeah, Jordan does things in combat. He doesn't only dunk. I think the skill lets you wield one-handed sword maces, but the stat lock is the barrier to entry. By default, if you achieve it, you start by being able to dual wield daggers. Will I play Baldur's Gate 3 once it releases fully? Is there a date on it? Because it depends. In month and a half, I'm gonna have to undergo shoulder surgery, and that's gonna render me impossible to play games. Well, actually, Baldur's Gate I might be able to play with left hand. It's gonna be a challenge, but that's a type of game I could play. So... But yeah, my goal is to play Baldur's Gate 3, definitely. I think I should be ready in time. Oh, what's that? Ruins. Thanks, mate. Me too. Because if it doesn't, there are gonna be some dead doctors in Croatia, I'm telling you that. I thought you'd feel that way. God of War had a really good flow. At times a certain rock, paper, scissors at times when you prioritize certain attacks abilities for certain enemies. Exactly. It doesn't have to be some kind of an extravagant system that has so much depth. Sometimes it's good to have that, but sometimes it doesn't have to be. Sometimes you just gotta have methodically decent created combat that can keep you entertained throughout. So it doesn't have the, as Deacon said, and the new word that I've learned today, so it doesn't end up being formulaic, using same shit over and over again. I also love the God of War combat in first 4 installments. They had to restart Baldur's Gate 3 at the reveal event cause the person playing it died in the first 15 to 20 minutes. Oh well, I mean, that's not an issue. Developers can die. They're just developers after all. I don't know why people see things like that as... So one idiot, oh I gotta check this out, Valkyrie Elysium, one comment, a new comment. Valkyrie Elysium, when I was proving how combat is badly designed, that video. Check this comment. The guy says to me, see that at minute something mark, you wanted to attack, but enemy started to attack as well, so you shouldn't have attacked. That's why the game is more like you have to wait for the enemy and so on. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't react when you start an animation. You're done. That's it. You're locked in until the animation finishes. And then it's my fault. I already told people, many people, you know how you know that you have a good combat in the game? If there is an option to get out of each encounter without taking a hit. If the game gives you enough tools so that you go through from one fight to another, yeah, it's very skill. It has a very high skill requirement to do so. But there is an option. Not in a case that I can't react to something, like for example ranged attacks off the screen and so on. Ranged enemies should be completely removed from any games that are focusing on melee. They add nothing, just annoyance, unless they are close by. And then, you know, they turn it's like my fault, I don't know how to play. I said the game was too easy. The game is far too easy. But it has a bad system in place where you can't do anything. You're set in an animation that you started off with. See this? Nothing of this you can do in Valkyrie. Now, granted, I don't like that you can dodge cancel or attack cancel out of any attacking animation. I don't like that, but there needs to be a difference between between weapons that are being wielded, between the weight of the attack and so on. Those are the intricacies that From Software really does well. Some of the things they don't do well, but some of the things they do well. A lot of things they do well. And it's kind of when you start playing other games, you start to notice those things more and more. I wasn't crazy about the gear progression system in God of War Remake, but the core combat and ability progression was great. Yeah, I agree. The original God of War games were some of my most played games on PlayStation 2. Yup. Mine too. God of War 3 still has one of the best intro... is it a prologue or... is it that one of the best prologues in gaming history? When you're riding Gaia's back, climbing Mount Olympus. I mean, that's G's worthy, in my opinion. That's how good that prologue is. Yup, exactly. That's simple. Heavier weapons to have heftier commitments and recoveries, lighter weapons to regain control faster. Exactly. I haven't played Doom Eternal. I played the 2016 one and I loved it. But to me, still one of the most fun first-person shooters that I played is Shadow Warrior remake. But the first one. I played the first one and the second one. The second one was good, but not as good as the first one. And I love the humor. Volong is... No. What's the... Is that guy's name Volong? Like the new... Team Ninja game. Huh. I should play a lot of games, mate, but I don't have the time for it. Yeah, I know that it's Wolong Fallen Dynasty, but what's the name of Shadow Warrior remake main character? It's something like that, right? That guy is funny as hell, at least in first two games. But that's the best first-person combat I've played. That, and do you guys remember Condemned? Condemned 2. I think that was the... Let me just check that one more time. If you don't know about that game, you should definitely play it. Condemned is an amazing game. Condemned 2 Bloodshot. It has one of the best, some of the best first-person hand-to-hand combat that I've played in my life. Lo Wang, that's his name, not Wolong. Lo Wang, yeah, thank you. Darkness had really good combat as well, with great animations and finishers. See how much finishers mean in games, people, that's what I'm telling you. That means a lot when you have a game that does finishers well. It adds so much immersion, you want that from that creepiest monster. And fucking hell, the guy that did voiceover for the Darkness. The singer guy, Jesus Christ, what's his name? I forgot. From 3 Days Grace, I think that's the... Is it 3 Days Grace? His band. Mike Patton, I think. I think that's his name, yeah. Jesus, that's a good voiceover. Surge limb finishers. Surge limb system is amazing. I don't know if you watched Lost Eidolon's review of mine, early review. This is the full review that I posted today. In that game, something like VATS system from Fallout. With advanced animations and the well advanced mechanics of doing different types of damage, debilitating opponents in a different way depending on the body part that you attack. Now that is necessary for such games. That type of, not that exact system, but something similar to that. That would be fucking something, right? I like Neo's 2 grapple and final blows and their animations. It's a nice reward for depleting an enemy's ki. Yes, exactly. That's why Neo system is the best system I've ever played in any game. Because they have so many grappling moves, they have so many counter moves, they have so many different parries, so many different weapons. Animations are so fucking good. And the game plays so fast. Not fast in a way that, it plays seamlessly. The transitions, it's mind-blowingly good. And these fuckers go and make Diablo type game out of a combat system like that. That pisses me off so much. I can't... Hey, Simon, I can't tell you how much that pisses me off. They could have done so much better. That's why I'm hoping Rise of Ronin will actually do what I wanted from that combat system of theirs. And then I play Wolong and I see that they have degraded Neo's combat system to Stranger of Paradise system, which is by far worse system. It's not even comparable. And that's objectively worse system. With much faster animations. I mean, animations were fast in Neo, but these are instant animations. Neo had at least animations where there were important frames in between animations that could be manipulated in some ways. In Stranger of Paradise, everything was instant. I fucking hate instant animations. And then games that add speed on top of it all, that just makes everything so fast, and that's their solution for everything. Make it fast. That's not solution. That's just hiding deficits in combat system. A spirit gauge, yeah, but but combat is lacking. I really have not found much joy in combat of Wolong. Sadly, it does not have clenches, but the Vermintide games have very satisfying melee combat. The studio is also doing Warhammer 40 game that's releasing here soon. Aha, that was the... It's not Vermintide, what was the Dark Tide, right? Something like that. Not really into multiplayer games, but it seems interesting. Warhammer was always bountiful and rich universe that people could really do a lot of wonderful stuff with. I mean, I'm still blown away by Total War Warhammer, to be perfectly honest. I can't wait to get a little bit on a break and... Shit, but how am I gonna play with with one arm? That I won't be able to. Fuck. Can't wait to get a little bit of a break time, which I won't be able to. Maybe towards the end of November. Exactly, it feels more methodical. Thank you, mate. In Neo 2 you could do everything at any given point in time if you were good enough. They gave you complete freedom. Complete freedom. It's up to you if your skill is at high enough level. Now you can opt to take advantage of many skills. Unfortunately, the game is not balanced around it. But that game can never be balanced. It's just too complex to be... no one asks for complete balance. That's not gonna be achieved in such a game. But the way the game gives you freedom to do whatever you want in almost any frame that the game offers. In any animation. Well, yeah, some things can't be cancelled, some things are a huge investment. And if it succeeds, it succeeds. But it's just mind-blowing how good that system is. It's mind-blowing. If it was just a little bit slower, and if it had less damage distribution, meaning that enemies would do less damage and we would do less damage, that system would be... Like in dojo missions, as I always say. Dojo missions in Neo, when you have a very restrictive element, they give you one weapon and they give you a couple of things, couple of maybe flasks to drink to heal yourself, and that's it, and maybe give you an item or two. In that restrictive environment, where you need to use a lot of the moves that are fixed for one weapon, that's when combat shines to highest degree. I mean, fucking highest degree. Hey, Evgeny. But do you think if I really like Neo, will Wolong be different? If you like Neo, you will like Wolong. Hey, Dimitris. Doom Eternal's DLC made me appreciate weapons attachments, and I hardly used it in the base game. The enemy design weaknesses are very, very well done. Yeah, that's nice. I haven't played Doom Eternal, I played the first one, but that's how you should be doing things. You need to add in games that have very one-directional combat. You need to add methods like that would add tactical element to it. You can add tactical element in any game where there's combat. You just gotta know what to do. You just gotta know how to implement it. Divinity Original Sin. Usable environment. Brilliant. If you move that aspect, there isn't much else that you haven't seen from Divinity Original, from other games in that genre. But when you add that one aspect of manipulating elements and manipulating ground that you are standing on, now that adds such huge tactical element that can get you through the whole game and constantly keep you interested. What can I do next? What kind of a tactical mayhem I can create to my advantage? No, I won't play Scorn, mate. Yeah, but they've nerfed that everything is on fire a little bit. which I can appreciate. Although I don't agree with them adding necrofire, and the necro elements were not necessary. I think Scorn is made by Serbian people. Serbians are neighbors of Croatian people, so I mean Serbia is neighbor to Croatia. So I'm hoping I want them huge success. If I'm correct. Maybe I'm wrong. Can you suggest some new friendly classic RPGs? I have only played Tyranny and Pillars 1 on easy difficulty. Definitely Pillars 2, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. Just avoid Dungeons and Dragons type of RPGs because they are huge time investment, and I wouldn't recommend those for new. Old Fallout 1 and 2 definitely has its own. Wasteland, definitely Wasteland. I've seen Triangle Strategy, yeah, but it's an older one, so I won't be covering it. What's Denuvo DX? I know about normal Denuvo, but I don't know about DX, what it does. Oh, there is a stamina system. I haven't noticed it so far.
I'm too tired.
Yeah, they are brutal, but they are so enjoyable. But Wasteland. Definitely then Wasteland. You can manipulate difficulty in a way that you feel like you would like it. But interestingly enough, stamina isn't used while I mean, this kind of finisher is not needed when combat is already done. Yeah, Wasteland 2 and Wasteland 3. Damn, I didn't know they did World of Warcraft on Roblox. Anyway, people, that will be it for today. My first impression on GEDONIA is that it's definitely an interesting thing. Now we have to put in factor that this game is done by one person. That's incredible. That's incredible achievement, because a couple of quests that I did are quite interesting, funny a little bit dark, which I love. The torturer quest is amazing. Maybe it has been taken from other game. I don't know. I don't care. But god damn, it's good. That or the guy that killed the dragon or pretended to kill the dragon, I like that stuff. I wish there was a lot more of that stuff in the game. Maybe it is. The game has a good enough progression system. I quite like it. That adds a lot more different moves that can be used in combat. Atmosphere is not bad as well, considering it's this childish style, which kinda is always bad for an atmosphere in games. I just can't, at least for me, it doesn't give me any excitement or any sort of dark despair, dread atmosphere that I would like in these types of games. But I like the progression system. Attributes are meaningful actually for a change: strength, agility, intellect, charisma, and you will be locked out of many moves if you opt for one specific specialized character, which I love. I love that, because that adds a lot more replayability and build diversity in a way that you really want to play a specific character with a specific move and all that. Now, as Deacon said already, he played this game more extensively than I have, and it ends up being formulaic combat. I mean, but how story and everything else can hold it, I don't know. So far it's been holding me, not the main story mission, but mostly side things. And I like also the fact that there is a faction system in the game that can be utilized for specialized gear. Now that's cool. I love that. I love when games add factions like this, and then it gives you rewards. This game understands that aesthetic aspect is very important in a game like this. Why? Because if you invest your time into something that is relevant as a faction reputation that locks you out of different factions, then you want something for that as a reward, as a meaningful reward. It seems like this game has that in a way of specialized gear. I love that. I just don't know if visually it will be as impactful. I hope it will be. That's for you to discover later on. If you want to check out the game, check out description. There's direct link to Steam page. You can wishlist probably whatever you want. It's impressive. It's impressive for a one person made game. It really is. I did not know that up until half of this stream. If you like open world games, I can recommend it. Combat is alright. It's not bad, it's not good, but it's alright. It's passable, mediocre, let's say. But anyway, that would be all. Thank you for watching this stream. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want, check out the link in the description, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a good weekend.